vocal about this in the previous videos, but as you can tell by the title, we're done with the Holley EFI Sniper system. Roughly 3 weeks ago, I was driving the truck, it had about 100 miles on it, started running extremely poor, like on 4 cylinders, and sputtering and coughing. Stalled a couple of times as I was driving it, had to restart it, just got it home. So I reached out, I stayed on hold for a little over an hour to get a hold of someone at the Holley tech line. They're extremely friendly once they do answer the phone. Asked me a bunch of questions, sent me instructions for a data log. I sent them the data log, I sent them the global configuration file. Waited a couple of days, emailed, waited a couple of days, emailed again. And by the third time, it'd been a week and a half since I sent the log, I called. Only to have the phone disconnected on me after the recording told me that they're experiencing too high of call volume and to try later. A couple hours went by, I called, I sit on hold for an hour and 12 minutes, I checked it before someone picked up. Again, extremely friendly once you get someone on the phone. The problem is having to be on the phone at all. So they apologized, sent me to a tech that I'd spoken to the first time. He rewrote my file, asked me to upload it and test drive it. No change. Sent him a new log. Then he tells me that it's reading air upstream of the O2 sensor, that I've got a leak somewhere. Well, my O2 sensor is in the collector of the header, so the only place would either be the actual header leaking, which is not very possible because I had the header ceramic coated by someone who looked them over while they were doing the process. Checked it at the flange, no leaks, no signs of leak at the flange on either side of the gasket between the head and the header, so not really sure. Anyway, tried it, no change. I pulled the valve covers, reran the valves, I removed the throttle body, resealed it and ensured all the gaskets, etc. were sealed properly. Checked the timing again, re-uploaded the map that he had sent to the software just to make sure we were starting fresh. Made sure the fuel was good, all that good stuff. Truck still ran the same. So now I've sent another file to Holley, but I think it's time to know when to throw in the towel. I asked myself, are there any other products or services in my life that I would tolerate this kind of just unhappiness? I don't think so. I don't know why this needs to be one of them. Do I believe it's a great product? I'm sure if it works properly, it is. Are they great customer service? Sure, when you get them on the phone. But what does it tell you that you have to sit on hold for over an hour if they even take your call? It says they're pretty busy with similar calls like this, which doesn't give me peace of mind about running this product on this truck. Especially if I go to sell it and the buyer, it doesn't last a week and it breaks down on him, that reflects poorly on me. So we're probably going to scrap it and just put on a carburetor, HEI distributor, call it a day. They've been around forever and they're pretty dependable. Sorry, Holley.
Alright, so this is the entire kit uninstalled. By the way, we started with a Holley master kit, which is throttle body, fuel pump, fuel line, etc. Then I opted to add the CDI, the Hyperspark distributor, and the Sniper EFI ignition coil. So what you're looking at here is $2,000 worth of retail parts shipped to your door after tax. Now physically there's no damage to any of this stuff. I do believe we found what the problem was I was having with the throttle body. It looks like this injector was stuck, as it's awful dark in there. More obviously viewed on the bottom side. So, be on the phone with Holley on Tuesday. I'm sure they will have me ship this to them, and they'll just send a refurbished unit. So basically all this stuff will be fine come next week. But as far as I'm concerned, still be for sale.
I realized we made it this far in the video with no pro tips, so we got one for you.
This is an example of what to do with these disposable can koozies that you get as party favors or trade shows or golf tournaments, etc. Next time you empty a can of, I don't know, corn, beans, etc., you can put one of these bad boys right in there like so. And what you got yourself now is a decent rigid-sided koozie that'll stay firm in any normal cup holder.
You're welcome, America. Thanks for watching.